Ooh, your Eagles are going to play in Sao Paulo, Brazil on opening weekend of the 2024 season. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hello and welcome back to the Nest and Inside the Iggles live show. My name is Jake. It's your boy. It's your boy, all on his lonesome again tonight. Thank you guys very much for joining us. That's pretty cool. So news came out. I don't know. What was it like? Less than an hour ago, probably about a half hour, 45 minutes ago, that the Eagles are playing the first ever NFL game in South America in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in Week 1. It's going to be on Friday, September 6th. We have no idea who the opponent is. This is going to be considered an Eagles home game. This year the Eagles have 9 home games, 8 away games. So this means that there's going to be 8 home games played at the link, which, I mean, obviously you don't you would like to have all your home games played actually at home, but this is still pretty damn cool. It's still pretty cool, dude. Like that's pretty awesome. And the fact that this is happening in Week 1 is a big time win. Sao Paulo, Brazil is just 1 hour ahead of Eastern time zone. I don't know what that time zone is called. That's on me. But it's not like they have to go overseas or anything like that after a week of football. Like, this is their first game, and it's on Friday, so it's not like they have to have like some kind of travel, like long travel, short rest kind of a thing going into Week 2. This is an all around win. Is a very cool thing, because it is a home game and we do know who the Eagles' home opponents are. Possibility for that game. Obviously, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders, those are all divisional opponents. My money would probably be on one of those teams, because it always seems like the Eagles play. Well, no, I guess they didn't last year, but it always seems like early in the year the NFL tries to, I guess, really every team, and it's a good idea, but try to get some of those divisional games out of the way. Browns, Falcons, Jags, Steelers, Packers, and Panthers are the other teams. So that's where we're at. That's a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing that just happened. So it's always kind of cool to know exactly when your like when that schedule release comes out. It's kind of cool to know when your games are going to be, and that one is a standalone game, which don't necessarily like. Hate prime time. Hate prime time. Don't like that, especially in Week 1. It'll be tough, but cool that it's happening and cool that we know when it is. And I don't know. I think that's just an overall win. But yeah, so that's what we got going on for Eagles. I don't want to call breaking news, but I've never been able to call anything breaking news before. So that was breaking news brought to you by Jake. And I guess the NFL and Philadelphia Eagles and every beat writer and everybody's retweeted it. So that's where I am, baby. Fashionably late. That's what I do. Thank you guys for joining us again. Housekeeping stuff. Make sure you are. Let me pull the thing up. The little banner. Do the subscribe thing. Do all that, and the offer still stands. Like I said on Friday, we got the podcast thing going on now. So if we can get to a cumulative 50 reviews. 50 reviews between Spotify and Apple, I'll drink a cup of my own piss. I'm no shame. I have nothing but to stand on my word. And I'll do that for you guys if you want to see it. If you don't want to see it, just know that I'll do it, and then don't watch the video when I do it. I'll probably do it on a stream. Honestly, I'll find some way to get this the StreamYard going on my phone, and I'll live. I'll drink piss during a live stream. That'll be fun. And to clarify, at the end of the show, on Friday, I realized I didn't mention that they needed to be 5-star reviews, and I can't go back on my word. But please make them 5-star reviews. Make it 55-star reviews. Don't do a less than 5-star review and make me drink my own piss, because that'll be a real big insult to injury kind of a thing. So yeah, that's where we're at. And on the topic of sticking true to our word. Today, I'm gonna start this episode because, again, as a man of integrity, gonna go back and look at some of the predictions that I made for the 2024 season. Seems like as good of a time as any. So gonna go back and look at them. This is more of a sign of how disappointing this season was. I had some predictions. I have 17 of them here. I don't want to spoil it how many that I got right, but let's see what we got going on here. All right, my first prediction, the Eagles played the Jets in 2024. Prior to that game, the Jets had never beaten the Philadelphia Eagles. So my first prediction was the Jets do not get their first win against the Eagles. No, I was wrong. Prediction number one. The score right now is correct predictions 0, wrong predictions 1. I was wrong. The Jets did beat the Eagles. Kind of a kick in the dick to start off right there. Second prediction I made was Jalen Hurts breaks the Eagles' single season passing touchdown record set by Carson Wentz. It was 33 passing touchdowns. And the thought there was that this year was going to be more 2024 or 2023. Sorry, 2023. I don't know if I said 2024 at the beginning. 2023 was going to be a more difficult season, going to be harder teams playing the first place teams. Not every game was going to be a cakewalk like they were in 2022. The Eagles would have to throw the ball more to score more points. So my thought there was that the Jalen Hurts is going to get over 33 passing touchdowns. No, he didn't. He got 23. He got 23 passing touchdowns, which again, Mondo kick in the dick. So counter right now. Correct to incorrect, 0 correct to incorrect. Next one. There is not going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. Going along the same lines as having to throw the ball a lot. I said there was not going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. There was DeAndre Swift. So if we're keeping track, and we are, correct predictions 0, incorrect predictions 3. I said that there was going to be 3 1,000-yard receivers. Nope, there were 2. Dallas Goedert didn't get there, who was my thought. So correct to incorrect 0 to 4. 0 4, baby. 0 4. So that's good. Next one. Nolan Smith gets more sacks than Jalen Carter. Wrong again, stupid. I was wrong with that one. Nolan Smith got 1 sack. Jalen Carter got 6 sacks. 0 5. 0 5 on predictions, ya boy. Not great. Not a great start. We might be able to see how this thing's trending. The thought there was that Nolan Smith was getting a lot of pub, and rightfully so. You got 2 first-round picks. You're obviously going to try to juice one up a little bit. And in all fairness, Jalen Carter was not really getting in the media since he had a whole bunch of off-the-field stuff going on. So good for him. Nolan Smith really kind of took up the reins on the media rounds there. Made himself real likable. Like, wow, this guy's got some ferocity to him. And then we saw him about 4 times all season. So yeah, Nolan Smith 1 sack, Jalen Carter 6 sacks. 0 for 5. 0 for 5 of my predictions. Next prediction. And this one, I'll take the loss on this one. Happily, I'll take the loss on this one. My next prediction, number 6 prediction, was Aaron Sipos is the punter for the entire season. I chalked myself up to doom and gloom and death, baby. I was like, you know what? Aaron Sipos is going to kick this whole year, or is going to punt this entire year, and we're going to have to deal with it. Nothing's ever going to change. Mike Clay's not good. That was wrong. Gleefully wrong. Braden Mann came in. Aaron Sipos is gone after week 2. I'm going to take the L on that one. I'm very excited for it. I was also incredibly wrong about Mike Clay because he ended up being the best coordinator that the Eagles had last year. Probably, yeah, that's where reality is. So what is that? 0 for 7. I'm 0 for 7 on my predictions right now. All right, number 8 prediction. Hassan Reddick is a Defensive Player of the Year snub again. Wrong on that one as well. Wrong, not even close, really. Not even in the conversation. So that's not, what is that, 8? I'm 0 for 8 right now. So that's good. There's more of these. I'm not halfway. I am not halfway. Next one, number 9. 3 offensive linemen are all pro. Nope. 2 of them were all pro. Just Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson. So again, I'm holding myself accountable here for you guys. It's important to be as transparent as possible. I'm not always right, and if things are looking like I am always wrong with this, So that was, what was that, number 9? I'm 0 for 9. 0 for 9 on my predictions from the 2023 season. So great for you, Jake. 10. We end the season feeling good about Jordan Davis. God damn it, we were close. Damn it, we were close on this one. I mean, we were close. And then all of a sudden, it's like week 15 or 16, Brian Baldinger comes out and just absolutely flames Jordan Davis, bringing him into the limelight, saying this guy's out of shape. This guy, he can't. He's probably getting fined by the team for not being in shape. And to be fair, his play slowed down and everything like that. But God damn, we were close. We were close to feeling good about Jordan Davis. Nope, wrong again. Wrong again, Jake. Was that 10 or 11? I don't know. I'm 0 for 11 on my predictions, which is good. Next one. We'll call this one 12. Josh Sweat leads the league in sacks. Wrong again. Wrong again on that. Wrong again on that one. TJ Watt had 19. Josh Sweat had 6.5. His last sack was the sack on Dak before the bye. So that's good. That's good for me. I'm real proud of that one. So 0 for 12 on my predictions. Again, this is more of an indictment on this Eagles team. These were good. I had good thoughts going into this. I didn't just come up with these just out of nowhere. The 3 offensive linemen are all pro. That's reasonable. These are reasonable. These are not long shot predictions or anything like that. Some of them are. Some of them are, but not all of them. This is a statistical anomaly. Nobody is more wrong than me. Nobody is more wrong than me with this. Next one, 13. Oh no. Oh no. Eagles average over 12 points per quarter in the second quarter. They were at 12.6 in 2022, and I really thought they were going to keep that going, didn't I? I really did. I don't know. I don't have what their average was, but it wasn't that. It was even regression, regressing down, regressing to the mean from 12.6 down to 12. That was even kind of giving us a little bit of something. Just a whole bunch of nothing, actually. So that's 0 for 13 on my predictions, which is good. Jake Elliott gets 150 points. Jake Elliott gets 150 points was my 14th prediction. 135. He got 135 points. And it seemed like it was going. It seemed like I was doing pretty good with that one. That one was probably one of the closer ones that I had here, honestly. Because at the beginning of the game, the Eagles had all that red zone trouble. They had all that red zone trouble, going up until the Jets game. They had all that red zone trouble where they couldn't finish because they kept doing those stupid QB draws and everything like that. And Jake Elliott was getting a lot of points. And then after the Jets game, I think there was a thing where they went 10 for 10 in the red zone. And then good for us as a whole. For your boys' predictions, very wrong. So that's 0 for 14. 0 for 14 on the predictions from me. Next prediction, Jake Elliott stays perfect the longest. So that meaning that Jake Elliott is the last kicker to miss a field goal. Made it through week 1 with that one. And then in week 2, he went 2 for 3 when he missed a 55-yarder. Damn it, I think is my biggest reaction to that one. I think Brendan Aubrey didn't miss a field goal till the playoffs, right? There was no chance that Jake Elliott was. So that sucks. That was just me. And that one, it also makes sense. Those two, the Jake Elliott getting 150 points and Jake Elliott stays perfect the longest. My thoughts there, obviously, are Jake Elliott's the most reliable guy on this team. Of course, he's going to come show through in these and be reliable. Wrong again, dum. Was that 15 maybe? So this is number 16. Maybe number. Somebody listens back to this, they're going to realize that I can't count. And I think that's more of an indictment on the public school system. Number 16, Jalen Hurts has the most rushing yards on the team in the regular season. To be fair, this one I got from I can't remember which sports book it was, but this is a minus 330. This was a -3. Like if you actually bet for Jalen Hurts to have the most rushing yards on the team in the regular season, -3. That's a lot of juice on that. Like you'd have to pay $330 to win $100. Like that's like that's almost like a kind of considered a sure thing kind of a bet. DeAndre Swift again 1,049 yards. Jalen Hurts 605 yards. 0-16. 0-16 on my predictions. Another one, and this one you could consider this one a long shot. Jalen Hurts has 2+ games where he has 400+ yards. If you bet that, it was actually +150. 0 times. He had zero times where he had over 400 yards or over. And I can't remember if when I made that, if it was just passing or if it was passing and rushing, like total yards. The answer is 0 for both. The answer is a whopping 0 for both. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if you added in the rushing yards. There was no games this season where he had over 400 yards. Oh, for 17. 18. Jalen Carter gets 8+ sacks in the regular season. That was a +250 bet. He had 6 sacks. I'm tired of being wrong at this point. And reading this is kind of, I don't want to say emotional trauma, but it's emotionally taxing, I'll say. Jalen Carter had 6 sacks in the regular season. Missed that one. God, this one, and this is one number 19 or 20, whatever the hell number I'm on right now. I'm 0 for all of them. But this next one, Eagles convert 20+ fourth downs. That's reasonable. If I asked you guys to put money down on this is a +150 bet. If I told you guys, hey, do you think that the Eagles are going to score or convert 20 or more fourth downs in the 2023 season? Every single one of you would say yes. They got the brotherly shove. They got all of this. They got all these weapons going into the season. If I told you that, you'd be like, yes, absolutely. They went for it on fourth down 26 times. 26 times. They went for it on fourth down 26 times. 19. They converted 19. The number was 20. You just had to get one more. And whether that was against a stupid Jonathan Gannon shutting that one down against when the Eagles played the Cardinals. I think there was one during the Seahawks game. There's probably one in week 18 as well. Like it's just such a kick in the dick, man. That's about it. I should have named this episode. Jake takes 20+ kicks straight to the junk is what I should have named this episode. So yeah, Eagles convert 20+ fourth downs. They converted 19, one away. So that's 0 for 21 or whatever, 20, whatever the hell it is. And then this one is probably the biggest long shot. If you put this one down, this one was a +900 bet. One rushing touchdown in every regular season game. In 2022, they were 12-5. Like games they had 12 games out of 17 games where they got a rushing touchdown. So yeah, it's kind of a long shot, but it's reasonable. They didn't get one in week 1. So that was, at least I was wrong immediately. At least I didn't have to like sweat that or anything. At least I was wrong immediately with that. They actually got a rushing touchdown in 13 games. 13 games. The games that they did not get a rushing touchdown was week 1 against the Patriots, week 13, which was the second game against the Cowboys where they got their D's blown off, week 17 against the Cardinals, where they got their D's blown off, and then week 18 against the Giants where, they got their D's blown off. So that would be a whopping 0 for 22 on my predictions going into the season. And again, it's not like that one. Yeah, that's a long shot one. I'm going to count it. Again, a man of integrity. As a man of integrity, I'm going to count that. I'm not going to hide that from you guys. I'm not going to hide that. It's important to keep yourself accountable. And I'm telling you right now, all of my predictions were incorrect. And I'm going to use that information going forward into next season and then be the most wrong, but in the other way. You're welcome. So I'm just trying to put it out there. Not only am I showing my integrity, but I'm also putting it out there that the Eagles' success in 2024 is going to be largely due to me. That's all I'm trying to say. As far as my win-loss record went, I have this here. I had the Eagles going 12-5. My losses, I had the loss at Miami. I had them staying perfect through week 7. I had the first loss in Miami. The thought there was that game against the Jets was going to be really hard, and then they were going to do that Monday night game in Miami was coming to the Eagles, to Philly. I had them losing that one. I had them losing against Buffalo. I actually had them losing both Kelly Green games. I had them losing at Dallas a second time. Smart. I had them losing at Seattle. I was right about that. And then I had them losing at the Giants in Week 18. So congratulations for me on being the most incorrect person and then being pretty damn correct the part that actually matters. So that's where we're at. I'm just saying that I stay true to my word. And if anything, me saying my predictions and how incorrect they were should further reinforce that I will drink my own pee. So that's where we're at with that. Other thing I wanted to talk about is some free agency stuff. Let's see if I can pull this up. How do I do this? If I go to present and I go to share screen and I go to over the cap. That's where I'm at. Can you all see that? I believe that you can. Okay, yes. So on over the cap, very good free agency thing. Not a whole lot of this matters, but if you click on it's the free agency thing, free agency tracker. Click on the Eagles, and then it shows all of the Eagles free agents going into next year. Best way to sort this is you go to snaps. And then down, you kind of see which guys are used the most. Obviously, at the top, you see Nick Morrow. At the bottom, you see Roderick Johnson, who played a whopping 0% of the snaps. So looking at this, talking about the Eagles free agents going into next year, most, if not all of them, kind of thinking about this, people that you would be willing to lose. It's either going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So Nick Morrow, thumbs up on him leaving. Yes. I'm doing the thumbs up for leaving, thumbs down for good if they leave, thumbs up, good if they leave, thumbs down, bad if they leave. Nick Morrow, thumbs up, good if he leaves. I don't want to see any more Nick Morrow. Guy got so much playing time. I'm fine if Nick Morrow leaves. Zach Cunningham, next one on the list. Thumbs down if he leaves. I thought Zach Cunningham overperformed probably the most of anybody on the entire defense this year. Zach Cunningham had absolutely zero juice going into the season. If Zach Morrow leaves in free agency, that's a thumbs down. Not to say that they're really like if it's super bad if he leaves, but it's just he overperformed. So I kind of like that about him. Fletch, I think it would be thumbs down if he left. I think that would be a thumbs down if Fletch left. He played probably one of his better years in like the last 3 or 4 years this season. So if he left, it would be bad. He's a little bit different because his free agency is not really go to a different team. It is retire. So that's a little bit different. So thumbs down if he left. If he retires, thumbs up for Fletch. I'm totally okay with some of these guys retiring. DeAndre Swift, I think thumbs down. Thumbs down if DeAndre Swift leaves. I know that the Eagles kind of bring in and out running backs. Because Miles Sanders is here forever and Kenny Gainwell's been here forever, or like their whole career and everything like that. I think it would be good if they kept DeAndre Swift. Clearly, he's the kind of guy that's going to work with this offense. If he left, I would get it. The guy had over 1,000 rushing yards and only 5 touchdowns. Like that's gotta suck for him. If he goes to a different team, he's going to be able to have put up. I would say same rushing numbers, but he'd be able to get more touchdowns. Like that's just absolutely got to suck for the guy. So yes, thumbs down if DeAndre Swift leaves. If he chooses to leave and goes somewhere good, then thumbs up for him. Like Miles Sanders leaving to go to the Panthers last year. Get that bag for sure. Get that bag. Happy for you. Very dumb decision to go there. Shaq Leonard, thumbs up if he leaves. Get out of here. It's a bummer because you could see that he clearly still knows how to play ball. His body just does it can't do it. like his mind. He's like only 28, 29 years old. Like the guy clearly still has the mental capacity to be able to do everything, but his body just cannot do it. So yes, Shaq Leonard, if he leaves, yes, I'm thumbs up for that one. Sua Opeta, I would say thumbs down. I would say thumbs down if Sua Opeta left. I like the depth, and sneaky kind of part of this is that also that would like if he left, the Eagles have a better chance of drafting a lineman, and that's just not sexy. Like that's not like yeah, you need a good offensive line. And it's great to draft guys young, so that way Jeff Stoutland can mold them into elite linemen. But it's just less fun. It's just less fun for to draft a lineman. So there's that. Olamide Zaccheaus, thumbs down if he leaves. I like the way Olamide Zaccheaus played the entire year. I like him a lot. Thumbs down if he leaves. I don't necessarily know if he should be a wide receiver 3, but he's good on the team. He tried hard the entire year, and I don't think he ever dropped the ball, at least in the regular season. Jack Stoll, if he leaves, thumbs up if he leaves. But it's not like a full thumbs. It's like a kind of thumbs up. He I would like my tight ends, my quarterback to trust my tight ends. And it really doesn't seem like Jalen would do that when you just wouldn't throw to him. Brandon Graham leaves again. Same with Fletch. Thumbs down. Love Brandon Graham. I think he's going to be cheap to bring back. But if he retires, all the Mount Rushmore of Eagles, Brandon Graham. Rick Lovato, thumbs down if he leaves. I like a long snapper, and Rick Lovato was he's like a 4-time Pro Bowl or something like that. Like it's like zero juice, but give me Rick Lovato. That's an old timey football guy name, Rick Lovato. I see him smoking cigarettes on a sideline in a black and white picture. Give me Rick Lovato. I like Rick Lovato. Bradley Roby, if he leaves, thumbs up. Didn't really do a whole lot for me. Quez Watkins, 2 thumbs up if he leaves. Braden Mann, they got to keep Braden Mann. That's your punter for the future. Braden Mann's the punter for the Eagles for the future. Braden Mann leaves, thumbs down. Julio Jones, if he leaves, thumbs up. Yeah, he had a couple productive quarters, I guess. I don't know. But he's old, and everybody knows that I don't like olds. Even though he's younger than whatever. Justin Evans, if he leaves, thumbs up. Didn't do a whole lot. Jack Driscoll, he kind of played like booty butt whenever Lane went out against the Jets. Thumbs up if he leaves. Boston Scott, thumbs down if he leaves. That sucks. Everybody likes Bosco. Everybody likes the short king. Albert O, nothing for me. Thumbs up if he leaves. Marcus Mariota, thumbs up if he leaves. Rashad Penny, I guess I have to do thumbs up if he leaves because he didn't that clearly doesn't work for the organization. Devin Allen, thumbs up if he leaves. Sean Bradley, thumbs up. No, I follow Sean Bradley on Twitter, and he's kind of funny on Twitter. Thumbs down if Sean Bradley leaves. Roderick Johnson, no idea who you are. Thumbs up if you leave. So that's free agency talk. That's Eagles free agency talk. We'll talk about different like other teams' free agents and guys to bring in when I get more than just me, because that's one of those things where you're probably going to want other people's opinions on the matter. But I think, wow, I kind of messed up my hair there a little bit. I kind of think that's all I really had planned. Yeah, what did I talk? I talked about looking back on my predictions, which I was 0 for 30 or something like that on those. So that's good for me. Again, they weren't bad predictions. They just did not go my way. Talked about some free agency stuff, who the Eagles could I would be upset if they left, and I would be okay if they left. Yeah, that's all I got. Again, thank you guys for joining us on this Monday. Your Eagles are playing in Brazil in week 1. We know that. We know that's September 6th. Get your passports now. Why not? Get your passports now. I have a passport. I never thought I would get a passport. It seemed very Jason Bourne to own a passport. But I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll get a passport. Went to Mexico. Kind of a cool time. Anyway, get your passports. Go down to Brazil. So that's what we got going on. That's cool. That's cool stuff. Thank you guys very much for joining me. Make sure you go find the show on Apple or on Spotify. It's Inside the Iggles on there. leave it a rating. Leave it a 5-star rating, please. If it's any rating, I appreciate that. Please do 5 stars. And if there's 50 of them between both Apple and Spotify, I'll drink a cup of my own pee. That's where we're at. Thank you guys again for joining us. Go Birds.